In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set the background color of a sticky block depending on the current scroll position of the page. My site already has a sticky navigation block which has the background color set to black. The first thing I'm going to do is give my navigation block an ID that I can easily recognize. Next, I'll open the Class Manager using keyboard shortcut Command 6. Then I'll hit the plus button to add a class. I'll use this class to apply the alternative background color to my sticky navigation block, so I'll name it something relevant to that. Now I'll click the settings icon for my class so I can edit its values. I'll start by setting an alternative background color. Then I'll head over to the Rules tab in the Class Editor and enable the important checkbox for the background color rule. Doing this will force the background color to override any other colors that may be set on the element that the class is applied to. Now I'm going to head up to the main menu and open the Interaction Manager. I'll click the plus button in the top right corner to create a new interaction and give it a name. Next, I'm going to click the settings icon and begin constructing the functionality of my custom interaction. The first rule I'm going to add is an if statement. I'll set the first drop-down to scroll Y. I'll leave the second on, is greater, and in the input field, I'm going to enter 900. Within this if statement, I'm going to insert an add class rule. I'll enter the ID for my navigation block in the first input field, and in the second, I'm going to enter the class name for my alternative background color class. If you're unsure how this works, let me explain. The if statement checks that the current scroll Y coordinate is greater than 900 pixels. If it is, the interaction will add the class I have specified to the navigation block. Before we preview this interaction, there is one last step I need to complete in order for it to work. I'm going to open Page Settings and set the Interaction Scroll dropdown to my custom interaction. Doing this will cause my custom interaction to be triggered every time this page is scrolled. Now, if I switch to Preview mode and scroll down the page, you can see the background color of my navigation block changes color once we scroll down past 900 pixels. However, when I scroll back up the page, the background color is not being reset to black. I'll exit Preview mode and get that fixed up. I'm going to select the last rule in my custom interaction so that the next rule I insert will be placed outside of the current if statement. Now I'll add another if statement. I'll set the first drop-down to scroll Y. I'll change the second drop-down to is less. And in the input field, I'll enter 900. Within this if statement, I'm going to insert a remove class rule. I'll enter the ID for my navigation block in the first input field. And in the second, I'm going to enter the class name for my alternative background color class. I'll switch back to Preview mode so I can test out this new functionality. As you can see, when I scroll the page, if the scroll position is over 900 pixels, my custom interaction will add the alternative background class to the navigation, turning the background color orange. If I scroll back up so the scroll position is under 900 pixels, it will remove the class, turning the navigation background color back to black. Well, that wraps up this tutorial. See you next time.